Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode 720 of the show. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day. It is Sunday afternoon, 3:42 p.m., July 16, 2023, and I'm watching the Red Sox right now kicking some butt, 6-0. In fact, Masataka Yoshida hit a grand slam, his first major league grand slam, which I'm really happy for him for. I was kind of hoping the Chicago fans, because they're playing the Cubbies right now, Wrigley Field, figured I hope they throw the ball back and let Yoshida keep it. Anyways, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'm sure you guys have been wondering to know how the heck, what's the story with the vehicle that you have and all that. So I figured, well, I'll give you a little bit of a storyline. All right, a little story time. It's a midsummer State of Shenanigan address. I figured I wanted to address the new vehicle that I've acquired. I've been driving about 3 weeks ago. So the final Monday of June, the 26th, I still had the 2007 Toyota Yaris at the time. So my dad says, I'll pick up the car. I'll bring it in for inspection. No problem. I'll work. And he decided to leave his truck with me. So he bought it. So he bought it to the garage. That was like, because I was still working at the mall, so it was like a few minutes away from the mall. No big deal. So anyways, so he came back and said, you're going to need a new car. He said, the bomb's all rotted out. It's not even street legal. It's not even safe. So I wrote, we'll talk about the 2007 Toyota Yaris. I'm like, oh, crap. And he was had to drive home in that thing. But things still runs. It runs very well, but it's not safe to be on the roads. It's like, everything was wrong. The exhaust, they want to fix the exhaust and everything else. I'm like, oh, boy. So that's it. Very same day, my dad decided, well, he's going to go to a car dealership. And I'm not going to mention the name of the dealership. In New Bedford, and call me on the phone. Eric, I found a car that's perfect for you. Want to check it out? Let's do it. So when I came home, he said, hey, let's go. So we went, didn't turn on the computer, didn't bother with anything. So we decided to go down to the dealership, checked out the car. It's a silver 2003 Toyota Highlander. It's an SUV type vehicle. My dad drove in it for a while and says, what do you think? And we had one of the employees from that dealership go with us to help us out and test it out. So we came back, and my dad asked me, hey, my father, who has extensive knowledge of cars. In fact, he had auto knowledge since he was 11 years old. For 59 years, he had a passion for cars. So I figured I'd let him do the wheeling and dealing at that point, since he's a lot smarter than I when it comes to cars. So he goes, what do you think? I said, well, and I had a hunch in the back of my mind I might need a new car, and if I don't get a new car, I am screwed for the rest of the summer. So I said, let's go for it. So my dad did the wheeling and dealing, and so they kind of made it official. So he says, I'll get the money for tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you how much I bought for it. All I know is God provides and God blessed me. That's for sure. So, the following day, Tuesday, came home quickly. After work, hey, let's go get the car. My dad already had the cash Monday. Tuesday, we paid for it. So we brought it home. I was really excited about it. Then he said we had to bring it in to the garage where get an inspection sticker for it. So my dad brought it to the auto garage, the nearby auto garage, and I had a rejection sticker because there was something wrong with the tire rod and the emergency brake keeps sticking. We brought it back to the dealership and say, hey, can you fix this? No problem. It was Wednesday. They fixed it up. Thursday, all set. Come get it. Me and my dad went down. We got it. I drove it home. I drove it down on the highway, and it was so surreal. It was my first time driving it. It was so crazy. It put on the air conditioner and all that. I was like, whoa, this is nice. It was really exciting. And then I saw, actually, I did drive it home on a Tuesday. Here's another thing. On the way home, back here from the dealership, I figured, okay, it doesn't have gas. I went to go stop, get gas with it. So I got enough gas to try to last me throughout the weekend. We brought the car back to the garage. That kind of failed. By the way, the Yaris, we sold that to the same dealership that we bought the car from, the Highlander from, and so they decided, well, we'll junk it anyways, and we'll get parts out from it and stuff, no problem. So we brought the car back to the garage on Friday, street legal, ready to go. So, yep. So the 2003 Toyota Highlander is officially mine. Everything is all set. The tire rods have been fixed up. The emergency brake's been fixed up. Everything is all good. And it was only one problem though. And sometimes we when you fill the car with gas, you have to put on the gas cap tight, or else the check engine light will come on. That's happened to me 2 Sundays in a row. Last Sunday and Sunday 2 weeks ago. So I'm forgetting what the heck is going on. Last Sunday though, my dad gave me a hint and saying, when's the last time you filled the car with gas? So I said, this was last week, and I said, yesterday. Well, yesterday I filled up the car with gas after work, and I tightened it up. So drove the car this morning to church. No check engine light on. That was it. So I was really, really excited about that. So I was very happy. So problem solved. So next time, here's a little tip. Make sure if you fill the car with gas, make sure you put on the gas cap on tight, or your check engine light will come on. So you got to remember that. Another issue that I had was I have no auxiliary cable where I can hook it up to my phone and play some Spotify on it. As you know, I have a smartphone, and with the Yaris, I had that little auxiliary cable. But I had decided to try something new. I tried the cassette adapter, didn't work. So I said, okay, what can I do? Went to Best Buy and bought an FM transmitter, $28 worth. I'll tell you how much I paid for that. And so I decided, well, I'm going to pull over because I was going to get some Taco Bell for lunch. So it was the second July 2nd. So I pulled the following a Monday afterwards. The following Monday, pulled it in the parking lot, read the instructions, figured out how to Bluetooth it. Got to have a Bluetooth app. I got Bluetooth on the thing. Bluetooth was successful. So pairing, so I read the instructions, and then I had to find a radio station that had all static or nothing on it at all. Found one, put it to that station. Voila, you get an instant personal radio station, and you don't have to worry about changing the knob or changing it to a different station, because I have all playlists like 80s, 90s music. I had Ruby Tuesday 90s music, Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth tribute music of the 90s and 2000s. I got 2010s, 2020s music. I got wrestling themes, Christian music, all that. So car's been running very well. A lot of people are very impressed with it. In fact, I did show it off. That is why, if you saw the Roadside Shenanigans thumbnails for the Roadside Shenanigans of 1999, and you see a different car on there, that is the Toyota Highlander that I will be driving from here on in. And I was told that they last long. In fact, the Toyota Yaris was sold to me by a couple of friends of mine in my church 11 years ago. This was a huge, huge deal. So so for that car to last me 11 years, despite all that went wrong with it, it's amazing. In fact, I think on the back of my mind, I had a feeling I might need a new car after what happened to me earlier this year in February, when the Saturday I got out of work, I ended up catching a flat tire, and I had to pull over to the I had to pull over, and I wanted to pull, back in the mall parking lot, but I figured, I'll go across the street, stop and shop, wait and call my dad, tell him what's going on and all that. And I remember when I called AAA to tell him the situation. AAA they tried to change my tire, but unfortunately they couldn't do it. I figured everything's gonna be frozen in, man. So it was really, really sad. So I had the car towed and everything else back home, which kind of sucked. And it was to the point it was so cold, and couldn't go anywhere. I had to go to church with my parents the next day, which I did. And so I figured, back in my mind, it took its time. So, but didn't think much of it at the time until the last day of June, last Monday of June. So last week of June, I had to deal with transitioning from the 2007 Toyota Yaris to an older model, but for an older model car in pristine, state-of-the-art condition, excellent condition. It looks like it came from the now, and just I'm sitting in the car driving it. I just couldn't, for the first few days driving it, it was so surreal. It's not even fun, and this is like first SUV type vehicle I ever drove in. In fact, my family and I basically have SUV type vehicles. I mean, I look at my sister and my parents have the same type of vehicle, the RAV4, Toyota RAV4. Even though with different colors, which is amazing enough. So we end up standing out. I end up standing out with the Highlander. So what's so surreal about the Highlander is that I have a button where you can press it when you're having trouble driving in the snow, and you press that button, and I think it gives you better traction in the snow, which I'm kind of looking forward to try. So what a way to end the month of June, end the first half of the year, and you start the second half of the year. You know what? Forget, this is the mid-year State of Shenanigans 2023. Mid-year report. There you go. I mean, like I said, the first half of the year, it was pretty crazy enough. I mean, I had the first half of the year with the Toyota Yaris. Now, I want to end the rest of this year with a brand new car, with a brand new vehicle, which is totally surreal. And so, yeah. So, like I said, the Yaris, we got out of here, ejected from the ball game. Later. So, the Yaris is no more. The Highlander has arrived. And the fun part about it is today. Now, like I said, the last couple, I don't know if I mentioned this, the last couple of, weeks, and, the check engine light situation. So, again, my tip for all you good folks out there, if you are filling the car with gas and you're done filling the car with gas, make sure you put the gas cap on and put it back on tight. You hear a couple clicks. It's tight. It's good. Because if you don't put it on tight or put it on right, your check engine light is going to come on. Thankfully, my dad has a device where you can shut the check engine light off automatically, which is so super cool. So, like I said, today, no check engine light on. So I said, gas cap. Gas cap. Gotta make sure to put that sucker on tight. So, it's the gas cap. So, Um, yeah, who would have thought to end the first half of the year, end the first half of the year with getting a brand new car, and that's how you start off the second half of the year of 2023. It's been, like I said, it's been crazy. Like I said, ever since the 2020s, I've been buying something, getting something important new. Got a new computer for 2020. Like it's November. 2021, a new monitor. Last year, this new room. And this year, the 2003 Toyota Highlander. I nicknamed the Silver Samurai. Gotta have it, give it a nickname. So, I gotta say, it's good. It's a good car, And I realized something about the Highlander, the SUV. I realized I'm not getting any younger. I'm 46 years old. What's amazing is that, I realized I don't need a young man's car to look cool, look sweet, and all that good, and just look cool, look sweet, and all that, and to impress the ladies or anything like that. I just need a decent vehicle that is good, good for a person my age. So I thought the SUV, the Toyota Highlander, was perfect. And my dad was right. It was perfect. So that's what's amazing about that car, because it was perfect. Excuse me for a second here. I can still talk. I can say hello. I can get in and I gotta pick up some. So I don't want to make a mess of my new room. Anyway, so now this new SUV vehicle works well, runs well. Sticker's been updated and everything else, so it's all good. It's all good. It's helped me a lot this summer already. It was a couple of big tests the following week. It went to see his fireworks July 5th. Driving it home at night was a big challenge. Conquer that, no problem. In fact, having a new car couldn't have come at a better time, because the following week my parents went to Maine to visit my grandparents up there, and then when they came home, took the car to the Wellness City Festival. No issues there. No issues driving the car there and all that good stuff. So, and now we get the Portuguese feast coming up. And the Portuguese feast, I'm going to be only making an appearance over that weekend, Saturday and Sunday, basically, because it's open at noontime. I want to go in the afternoon. Problem is, Thursday and Friday, they're opening up at 6, which, like I said, I'd be happy about it if I went in the afternoon, because it gets crowded at night real quickly. It gets crazier at night. So that's why I felt very, very comfortable. So I'll be going for the only 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. So I'll be reporting going to the feast, inside the feast, and coming home from the feast. That'll be so. Only two episodes will be emanating from there, unfortunately, for the Roadside Shenanigans of 1999. So that's a huge deal. As you know, Wave 5 DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe out right now. I got it. I'm waiting for the DLC for Dimension Shell Shock from Shredder's Revenge. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Super Mario Wonder, we know when that's coming out in October. I'll wait 3 months ahead of that. I got something coming in the mail coming Tuesday, I believe. I know what it is, so I'll probably do a virtually purchased acquisitions episode from my Shenanigans show. So I'm really excited about that. So we'll see what happens here and there and all around the square, baby. That's how I work it. So this was so that's the story of the 2003 Toyota Highlander. I almost got mixed up. So yeah, the car, the model look maybe 20 years old, but looks good for 20. Let me tell you, looks good for 20. Good condition, like I said, pristine condition. If you see a 2003 silver Toyota Highlander, and you see me singing my butt off because of Spotify. That's another thing. That's another thing cool too. I bought it like I said, the FM radio transmitter works like a charm, works well, and oh my goodness, sheesh, not more runs in. Oh my goodness, Yoshi is having a day, dude. A triple. Oh my goodness, a 2-run triple. Oh, anyways, well. Oh no. Hey, where are you? Okay, there you are. Here I am. Yeah, so yeah, it has been a surreal year so far for me, and it will continue. It'll continue to be more surreal as we go along here. So, very excited about it. So there it is. The mid-year edition of the State of Shenanigan Address. Mid-year edition. I figured, why the heck not, right? This was something else. What a year this was. What a year this was so far. It's been crazy. So, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to episode 720 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. I want to thank you guys for watching and hearing my story about the 2003 Toyota Highlander. I figured you guys want to hear the story about how I got it and everything else, and so I try to be discreet about some certain things and certain sensitive subjects, because unfortunately there's some weirdos out there on the internet that want to take advantage and try to make you feel vulnerable from an emotional standpoint. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and until the next episode comes rolling around on the show, thank you for tuning in. Mr. Announcer, take us home. See you next episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production, and in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.